Thank you for joining us for our December 2023 Q&A talk. I'm tonight's host, Q&A Talks Program Coordinator, Cody McRae-Cullum. My personal pronouns are he, him, but if you're feeling bold, please feel free to refer to me by my preferred pronoun, the royal we. Q&A Talks connects rural parents and caregivers of LGBTQIA plus youth with the resources they need to ensure their children grow up safely and authentically. Q&A Talks is an initiative of Project Q&A and is made possible by grants from the Independence Area Community Chest and the American Library Association's Libraries Transform Communities focus on rural and small library grant in partnership with the Independence Public Library. Tonight, we are pleased to have Stephani Rash. Stephani Rash, she, her, hers, is the Youth Workforce Development Coordinator at Kansas Work Southeast, an Independence High School class of 2013 alumna. Stephani's goal is to bring career and technical education into the schools of the 9 counties in her service area in Southeast Kansas to offer alternative and more common pathways to youth. Stephani is also a mother of 2. Please welcome Stephani Rash.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm going to share my screen really quick. So give me just a second to get this set up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Can you see that okay? Let me go ahead and move you guys so I can share my presentation. All right, so my name is Stephani Rash and I work with Kansas Works. I'm actually based out of Independence and I'm what we call a Youth Workforce Development Coordinator. So I work with the CTE instructors around the school districts, along with also the English teachers and the counselors to help prep students for whatever way of life. So today I'm talking to you about youth opportunities and career-bound youth. So kind of what we're going to go over, what is our Kansas Work Services, what are career-bound students, youth workers' rights, we're going to just touch on, so to make awareness, and then any questions that may be posed. So Kansas Work Services. We are a workforce center. We are one of 5 based out of Kansas. We are statewide. Our local area covers 17 counties. We offer free services for any job seekers, so it's not just pertaining to youth. There is adult job seekers that we can assist with as well. So when you come in, things that we can do with you is help with GED assistance, soft skills training, or low-cost trainings, custom resumes, help find job placements, and also send out referrals, mock interviewing practices for maybe those who are transitioning to a new career or looking for that first job, or they've had a gap for a little bit. And then for our youth and adult program that is funded by grants, we can do paid work experiences as well. So our youth services are basically our individual career planning guidance. So each youth who winds up in our program is given a youth career advisor who is there to check in every month, if not more, to work with them. They have the option to go through some occupational skills training, internships, and on-the-job training. They get referrals to alternate education or GED. So if for some reason the high school world is not for them, that, in school, we help them find an alternate way to do that and also help try to pay for that so it's not cost out of pocket. Supportive services, if they have any needs outside. So if you're looking to start a job, then we can help with buying any kind of like clothing or boots, or if you have to have shots for a prereq, we can help pay for those. We've went so far that we were able to help with someone with their car just so they could get to where they need to be and help them buy new tires for their car. So kind of flexibility of being able to help our people. We offer soft skills training, as this is a very important skill that through life, what you do transitions to a job or a workforce. Career exploration and labor market. So what are actually out there? We help you understand that there's more than just, want to be a doctor, want to be a vet. We help you prep for that career. And then we also just do some financial literacy with you, things that we wish we would have been taught. So budgeting and, banking, and then credit scores. Those are huge. And then last but not least, we also touch a little bit on entrepreneurship. We're starting to dip into that more because we do know there is a rise in owning your own business. And so we want to move forward with that as well. So occupational skills training that we talked about, we help cover. We help with tuition assistance for high demand occupations. This is just a list of some that are out there. We cover through all the state of Kansas. We can do things like CDL, your common ones, DNA or CMA, welding, phlebotomy, dental hygienist, veterinary technician. I think it just moved to veterinary nurse is the name of that, if our naming got changed as well. But then we also offer programs like WSU for criminal justice, for forensic science. So we have all sorts of different occupational trainings that we can help with. So definitely worth coming in and talking with us. It's usually for eligible trainings that you can complete in 2 years, and you get some kind of degree or certificate that you can walk out with, so something tangible in hand. So eligibility, I wanted to touch briefly on eligibility because we get a lot of questions about this, and we want to make sure everyone's aware. There is an eligibility due to being grant funded. So this youth program is usually 16 to 24. They can have one of the following if they're considered an out-of-school youth, so a school dropout, and they haven't attended school or they're getting ready to drop. Maybe if there have been justice involved, we want to make sure that you're getting that transition help. Homeless or a runaway youth, this qualifies if you are sleeping on couch to other people's homes. Not a lot of people think about that because they're like, oh, I'm staying with a friend. You still automatically qualify for our program. That's, we can help get you further to where you want to be. If you're in foster care, getting ready to age out, pregnant or parenting, if there's a documented disability, or if you're low income. So that's for out-of-school youth. So there are automatic in-school youth. Same thing. You have one of these barriers, and your low income we can help with. We are excited to announce that we used to only be able to take in 25% of in-school youth. They've raised that this year, so we are now able to take 50-50. So that was very exciting news. We're excited to see who else we can help who are in school at this point and kind of getting them to where they need to be. I will also link a flyer back with Cody for you guys to have in case anybody wants it. So career-bound youth. So we talk about those who are headed straight to like a tech school or to college and they know what they want to do, but we never talk about what if you want to go straight into a career. So this has become more of a thing here lately. This is a student who has graduated or is heading into the workforce after graduation, 18 years old, or they're about to turn 18 into the workforce, and then has their diploma or their GED. So I'll just go back on that one a little bit. I thought there was more slides, so I apologize for that. But with their career-bound youth, these are those individuals who we try to link with what we call a registered apprenticeship program. The state of Kansas is getting ready to restart it. This is an opportunity for us to get them into a career field, whether that be teaching, it can be electricians, journeymen. That's a huge one that we usually see come through, where they get paid by the state to go in and they get to work up until their top out level for working for that company. So some people are walking away with $27 to $30 an hour by the time they're fully transitioned into their job, and they get that in on-hand training. So we start focusing on these career-bound youth. If you don't want to take the regular way, you don't decide that college is where you want to go, that's fine. We encourage you to come visit us into the workforce. We have plenty of employers that we work hand in hand with that we'd love to connect you with, who are really looking into this registered apprenticeship program. And we offer something kind of the same called an on-the-job training. Same thing where we can help pay for it and get you to that potential where you need to be earning. So we are now embracing this new path of, do I need to go to a 4-year? Do I need to go to a tech school? No, there are so many cool options out there for you that you can make and do well for yourself. So that's a little bit about our career-bound youth. Our social media is huge, and I wanted to touch on this tonight because just like this will be out on Facebook, it's very important when you're walking in our door that this is something that you can do prep work for before we see you, even as a normal job seeker walking in. We wanted you to analyze what we call as your digital footprint. That is anything or any data you've put out on the internet. This is from Google reviews to your social medias to a lot of people don't even think about their Discord or Twitch. So if I have gamers out there, this is something big that people can go and look you up on those sites and they see what you put out. So we need to start taking a step back and starting looking at ourselves. It's crazy to me how many people are out there who haven't Googled themselves. We all have a phone in our hands. So take that 5 seconds and start Googling, because your employers and your colleges are starting to do this. If you see something that's derogatory or controversial, go ahead and take it off. My rule of thumb is usually if grandma doesn't want to see it, the employer doesn't want to see it. We're thinking of the employer's grandma. Now I know some people are like, but my grandma is really laid back. okay, we're thinking more along the lines that maybe that strict grandma who's not always impressed with, some of our craziness. Okay, it's out there, it happens, but take a look at that and see what you can find. When you're starting to look to see what content you're tagged in, this is where I recommend having a friend look you up on Facebook. When we look up ourselves, this is one way that we usually see everything that's there, but when we look up on our friends, we only see what's tagged. So we want to make sure too that whatever we're tagged in, also we can kind of adjust because that's stuff they're going to be looking through. Of course, associate yourself from negative websites. I don't know about you guys, but for myself, I share posts that I find funny. Sometimes I don't even think about who I'm sharing them from because they're just out there and it's a common thing. It's an easy, 2-second click and it's done. So just checking that where your content's coming from when you're sharing it, because that is a major deal. It can leave an effect. Checking your privacy settings. A lot of people don't know that they have to go in and manually set some of these privacy settings. TikTok is a good example I use for it because your account can be public, but you can go in and your videos that you like or repost can be set to private. But a lot of people don't think about that. So this is your chance to go in and check those privacy settings, see what you're putting out there and who can see what. You can restrict down. You can even do per post who sees. So start playing with those. Looking now, it's never too early and it's never too late. Another person told me before that they wish they would have done it. They've applied for so many jobs. Now's the time to go back in and do it. We want to encourage you to look through and see what you can change. And then we want you to create kind of this positive persona. So when we say positive persona, this is where we want you to look into sites like LinkedIn, free websites that take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day. Go in, put a professional photo, put some of your likes. If you have a resume, plop it in there. A couple of your skills, follow some interest page you have, and voila, you've created a landing page for someone to find when they look at your name. That's usually where I encourage anybody, if you kind of want to see what one of those look like, feel free to look me up on there. The first thing you see is my LinkedIn page. I try to set it and I update it every day just to keep it current. That's another thing that if you need help with or you're not sure on how to start, one of our local workforce members can help you set up and kind of create that personal branding for you. And they can look at that resume you're about to update too. So please feel free to walk in, come ask one of our very talented help to see what we can do for you. And then youth worker rights. So this has become a big thing in itself. We're starting to see a lot more high schoolers who are wanting to go out and work and find a job, and that's great. Today is the greatest time to do it because there are so many opportunities for everybody. We've never seen so many jobs available, and with the boomers getting ready to retire, we're about to see even more openings. So we encourage you that before you go out and before you start working, take the time just to go visit this website. It's www.youthrules.gov. It lists by different industries what you're able to do. It lists by age what you're allowed to touch and not to touch. If you're already working, I do encourage you to go look as well, because a lot of employers don't, and they find out that some of their employees are touching things they're not supposed to. So we want to make sure you're doing what you're allowed to. We want to make sure your employer's following those rules, and going in, you want to have a clear mindset of what's expected. The Department of Labor is the one who sets this up. It assesses the youth, the parents, and the teachers, along with the employers, understanding their rights and what they should be seeing on the job site. It also lists, if you feel like your rights are not being followed, of who you can contact and talk with and to help kind of get that set in the right path. And then I just kind of wanted to highlight more of the things that we could do with our workforce centers. So employment and career resources are out there for anybody. Job search assistance. So our office is always staffed by 2 people. You walk in the door, if not more staff are there, you'll have somebody with a smiling face ready to greet you and ready to help you take on whatever task you have at hand. We do, of course, job matching referrals. So if there's a job that we need to match you to, please don't be afraid to go, hey, I've seen this in an ad, because we would love to send a referral over on your behalf. Our education and training programs. So this is not limited to just our grant programming. We have archived and recorded videos for training sessions. They are 15-minute long videos. They can cover anything from interviewing to your skills to your digital footprint, even to the FAFSA. We've brought in somebody to kind of talk on how to do that. So if you can think it, it's probably out there, and it's a free resource as well. And then if you don't have access to technology, we also encourage you to come in. We offer computer, telephone, fax, and copier services for you to come in and do. We know times are kind of rough right now, and so not everybody has access to these materials. And if we don't have enough computers at the time, if we have enough traffic, we have actually bought some computers for like the community access center to utilize for our workforce members, so they can go and visit there. And there are at least 2 computers there that we have help provided. Testing and assessment. So if you need us to test you for what we call work keys, that is available for you. Resume and interviewing prep. We will walk through your resume, do those mock interviews. And then recruitment events. We always have some sort of event going. We're always looking for volunteers. Me personally, I'm always looking for speakers who are in different career paths as well, or have a story to tell, as the high schoolers are wanting them to be involved. And then business and employer assistance. If you run your own small business and you find yourself starting to need help, come find us. We would love to be the people to help kind of light that way for more employees. We do work hand in hand with the unemployment. So they come in for appointments with us. And so they're always looking for careers. So it's just another avenue we have to kind of help you fill those spots that you need. I have dropped our local workforce center's number. Along with the bottom is where you can locate us at, over on 317 North Penn Avenue here in Independence. Right downtown. We're 2 doors down from Annie Mae's, so grab a coffee and come in and see us, and we'd love to chat. And if you have any questions, one of our helpful staff are there to help you out. It's kind of a short presentation, but it's what I have. So I will give my screen back to Cody.
All right, thank you so much. All right. So I want to thank all of you who are going to join us for our December Q&A 2023 Q&A talk. Thank you for those who are watching at home. We weren't able to live stream this time because of a technical error, but I will get this archive up. So thank you to all who tuned in, and our partners at the Independence Public Library, and our funding sources, the Independence Area Community Chest and the American Library Association. Thank you to Stephani Rash for a wonderful presentation. If you would like to continue the conversation with Stephani on Zoom, follow the link in the comments. Be sure to tune in next month for our Q&A talks. We will have our Q&A talk on the evening of Wednesday, January 17th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you would like to find out more about Project Q&A, our work, or to view past Q&A talks, visit our website and follow us on social media. To support the work we are doing in rural communities, please consider making a tax-deductible donation today. Thank you for watching our Q&A talk this month, and if you have any questions for our presenter, please follow the link in the comments. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.